day since the deadly, devastating earthquake in Haiti, and the CFL Players Association members, who are part of this huddle for Haiti, along with senior producer from Ralco Radio and News Talk, Tammy Robert, continue their efforts in Port-au-Prince. For the CFL players who are there, it has been, and you know, you can use the old phrase, an emotional roller coaster, which I think is very trite, but it certainly has had its ups and its downs. The ups, of course, being those moments when those players have had an impact on individuals, on young kids, families, and doing some of the work that they're doing. And the downside, of course, is when they see how much work is yet to be done in that nation. And what we have heard over the last few days is that much work needs to be done. That Haiti's recovery is non-existent. That this nation to which the world poured out its heart still is in terrible disarray. And a lot of the money promised is still there. It just needs the infrastructure in order to use it. And the NGOs, those non-governmental organizations, are making an effort anywhere they can. As I say, the Huddle for Haiti, the CFL Players, is led by our Tammy Robert. I managed to make a connection with her by satellite phone. A lot of the stories we've talked about in the last couple of days have been pretty negative stories, and I know what you're trying to do with this trip is make it a positive trip and make a difference. Can you give me some update on what's happening today?
Yeah, you know, it's been very disappointing to a certain extent, both certainly not unexpected, and we're trying to move on today after a difficult day yesterday. This afternoon, we're going to Evanston Bernard's after-school groups that he kind of sponsors. They're very popular here. The kids here are done school around 1 o'clock, which leaves them a greater portion of their day. So these youth groups are kind of all over the place, run by different organizations, and Evanston Bernard personally sponsors one. So we're going to go down and see these kids and have some time with them and see what they're doing in school, educationally, sports-wise, that kind of thing.
I saw a piece that Dave Naylor did on TSN, and I was looking at the faces of the CFL players, and what I'm seeing in their faces is a real awakening to what life is like in Haiti, and how difficult life is, and how they're trying to come to terms with that.
These players are exceptional in every sense of the word. They've really come through time and time again under difficult circumstances. And yes, they've been awakened. They've been humbled.